It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Yes, indeed, it is the very first ever guest we've had at 6:10 in the morning. It's a little bit after 6:10 because I'm just running around getting stuff done here. But it is such a pleasure to welcome an old friend of the program in. Rodney Young is with us with the Altman Fire Department, and he is our Indiana County First Responder of the Month. And we're so happy to have him here today with us. The First Responder of the Month, always brought to you by Rosebud Mining. Rodney, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's good to have you with us here today. You're on your way to work.
Yes, unfortunately, but that's okay. 8 hours, I'll be free.
It is. 8 hours from now, he's a free man.
Yes.
You work at Torrance State Hospital.
Correct. Yes.
And so is it straight day shift for you?
Right now, yes, 7 to 3:30, but we're going afternoon shift here real soon. So,
Yeah.
So take advantage of it, you know?
Yeah. The weather turns good.
Yes. Yes. Of course, summertime, but that's
Yeah.
all right. About through the end of the summer, I'll be day
Yeah.
shift and I'm going afternoon shift, but you know?
Yeah. Got to ask you, how often do you get to ride the motorcycle to work?
Once last year, to be honest. Once last year, yeah. I didn't get out too often last year. I'm working too much. I gotta, as I joke, retire real soon. Yeah.
Well, I ask him that question because Rodney is, of course, a part of the Red Knights, and they do the Teddy Bear Fun Ride.
Correct.
Every August, and we'll probably see you at some point or another in advance of that. You never know.
Yes. Hopefully, yeah. Well, hopefully not this early in the morning for you.
Altman Fire Department is such a neat organization, and you ask anybody about the folks at Altman, they say what nice folks they are, number one, but how good they are as a firefighting team, too. And you're a part of that. Brag up on them a little bit.
Yes, I originally started with Elderton in 1990, so I've been around for a few years. Mm-hmm. I went to EMT school in 91 and switched departments. I was with West Lebanon for a little bit. Which has since closed down and went to West Lebanon, Island, and then moved up towards the Indiana way and said, time to retire after about 25, 26 years, 27 years. I don't remember exactly. And I was ready to retire. Yeah. And unfortunately, a few of the members over there knew me and said, hey, we're not done. You've got a few more years. I said, no, I've hit my 20. I'm able to retire. He said, oh, you have to do 20 consecutive years with us. So I don't know if I'll make it that long. But
I like how you said, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're like, no, you still got some life in you. We need some members. So
well, and it's a great volunteer effort. All of our fire companies around here are so dependent upon folks like you who are willing to give of their time. And really willing to put themselves in danger if necessary.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, it's part of the job. I always laugh. You always see everyone running out. And I think some days maybe we should be down at Torrance getting checked out because, like, we're running into the building. We're talking about to get out, and we're running in going, we got this. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, what? Maybe we're doing something wrong. But, you know, it's something you enjoy to an extent. You don't enjoy getting called to a house fire or a structure fire or a car wreck. You get the joy of helping, you know, being able to help someone, you know. That's the best benefit after 30 years.
How many people have I had in the studio that said on their worst day, that's when you were there for them?
Yes. And I always tell everyone, listen, dial 911. They're there 24/7. Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid. You know, don't wait till something's gone terrible wrong.
Yeah.
If you think there's something wrong, call. We much rather say, you know what, we're not needed. We're going to go back to the station. You know, relax. You know, rather than saying, oh shit, you know, we got a major problem. You know, so, you know, but.
Yeah, well, the major thing about it is, and the wonderful thing about it is that folks like you and the rest of your compatriots and really the firefighters all across Indiana County are such a great family. Every fire department knows every other fire department.
Yes.
And you cooperate so well together. It's you know, Altman is one fire department that works in great concert with all the others.
Yeah, you have to. You have your differences. And we rag each other. I'm not going to lie. We joke about each other. Why'd you buy that? Or that's dumb. Or why do you do it like that? But when it comes down to it, we work well together. You know, we like to razz each other. You have to. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes that's how you get through the day. You know, giving each other a hard time, like, oh, why'd you buy that? That's junk. You know, meanwhile, we're going, wow, we wish we had one of those. Yeah. We just don't have the money, you know. So, but it's a good time. I made a lot of friends over the years.
What made you want to become a firefighter?
That's a good question. I always ask myself that some days, like, why did I get into this? And I think to myself, ever since I was little, I just always got in trouble helping people. You know, I'd be sticking my nose in things I shouldn't. Like, hey, what's that? What's going on? What can I do? You know, and sometimes it's got me in trouble a little bit. Not gonna lie, you know, and followed my dad. My dad was a volunteer for a little bit in Cherry Tree, and then my twin brother Roger actually joined first. And I thought about it and just never really put the effort into it until he joined, and then started following him. You know, he's the big brother, so you get in trouble. You know, you got to follow him. And he retired after a year or two, and I stuck with it.
Yeah.
You know, so. But it's,
EMT, tell me about that.
I went to EMT school. I started with about August of 1990 with Elderton, and then in the fall of 91, I got interested in EMT. Elderton had a IRP, immediate response program. That was before they had the station out there in Elderton, and they did a lot of good. It was just, you know, you always see those guys leaving, and it's like, what's going on? Oh, they're going to help someone. Well, why aren't we? Oh, someone's having a heart attack. That's not us. Or, you know, someone fell down the steps and broke their leg. And I thought, well, why aren't we going? You know, and it just over the years after that year, I thought, you know, I'm going to try this. I don't know if I can do it, you know, and I tried it. I went and took the class and got involved in it, and don't enjoy it, but you do. You know, you don't want to show up at someone's house when they're in pain or they're hurting or loved ones having a heart attack. But, you know, we've had some calls where we've lost people, but there's been a lot of calls where we've saved a lot of people. You know, it's just that reward of saying, wow, we did that. You know, so.
Yeah. 20, however many years it is.
We'll say 20.
Yeah.
20 plus.
Let's settle on that one.
Yes.
In all of those years, you see a lot.
Yes.
And you probably have seen, I hope, you're probably hoping you've seen everything that there is to see.
I pretty much have. I always joke. The only thing I've never experienced in a 30, I'm telling my age, 30-some years, is childbirth.
Yeah.
It's been the only thing. Other than that, just about everything from year to 80 years, you know, involved. Unfortunately, lost some over the years, and, you know, saved a few over the years. But childbirth, always sees friends, you know. If she doesn't want to go to the hospital, we could try this at home, you know. And I always get the wife looking at me like, yeah, we're not going to do that, you know. So it's.
But having been through all of the experiences that you have, house fires, really bad car crashes,
yes,
those sorts of things, searches for people, and what a firefighter goes through. In terms of training, in terms of dedication, in, you know, the stuff we don't see,
yes, keeping
the truck organized, the equipment working and functioning, all of those different things. What are the rewards for you of being a firefighter?
I'd have to say the friendships I've made over the years, honestly. You know, like I said, we get together about once a week, and, you know, have a work detail and clean tools. And sometimes we just, you know, I mean, we just, you know, everything's caught up and just catch up on what's going on with each other in life. Mm-hmm. You know, because sometimes we get so busy we forget to say, hey, what's going on? Oh, we have this going on, you know. But I guess the friendships, you know, really made over the years. Gosh, I can't even count how many people I know. And it's funny, you go to an event and it's like, oh, hey, there's Joe. You know, hey, how are you? And catch up. And it's nice to see each other outside of that. It's kind of like seeing each other outside of work. Hey, let's go after work and have a beer. And it's just nice to get together and say, how you doing? You know, oh, it's been quiet. Good, we like that. You know, now I say that. I'm going to yell at. But it's just nice just to get together and hang out. And, you know, and there's different conventions. And sometimes we just get together, you know, just to have a pizza and just, you know, just the unwind or something. Just kind of like say, wow, it's been a rough year. You know, we've lost a few or we've gained this, and, you know, reflect, you know.
Going to ask Paul Tatarko to come over. He's got in his hand a plaque that he is going to present to you for being our first responder of the month. First, he's going to ruin our equipment. What are you doing there, Paul?
I'm sorry, Todd.
I let the guy in the studio.
You can tell I don't operate this thing.
I let the guy in the studio, and look what he does, Rodney.
We talked about that. Yeah. We're a little technology challenged.
Yeah, we talked about it when we came.
But that's okay.
When Rodney came in this morning. But on behalf of Rosebud Mining and Renda Broadcasting, thank you for your years of dedication and service to the community.
Yes.
And thank all the first responders out there that risk so much just for everybody local.
Yes. It's a lot of great guys out there, I have to admit, you know.
Appreciate your time and service.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. That is awesome.
Rodney Young.
Yes, they even spelled it right.
First
I'm just
responder.
kidding. I like the young part. I always tease everybody, I'm going to die young. And I was like, don't do that. I said, well, I can't get remarried, so we're going to have to kind of do with that.
We hope to continue this for many years.
Yes,
We have a lot of
yes.
people that are definitely worthy of it, and we're talking with Rosebud to continue for another year.
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Wonderful.
that's beautiful.
Hopefully we can
Rodney,
do that.
congratulations. Please take our thanks with you back to Altman. And
Yes, I
tell
will.
everybody at the fire department how much we appreciate that.
Yes, definitely. We appreciate you guys. Like I said, we work hard. Like I said, we have a lot of. I'm not gonna lie, we have a lot of fun. We joke around and we have a lot of fun. But as we joke, when shit hits the fan, we're there. We're professional, but
Yep.
we like to laugh, carry on, and have a good time. And like everybody, we're looking for volunteers.
Sure.
And I always say, oh, I'm too old. Can you hold a flag? When you're in a vehicle accident, someone's got to shut that road down. When you're trying to cut a car apart, you can't be watching your back and people zigging by, and it's rough. And I appreciate it. We've had over the years, we've had a couple of people get a little upset with us, but for the most part, people are pretty patient and understanding. We don't want to be there any more than you want. We don't want to be inconveniencing you, unfortunately, and it happens. But we try to do our best to get in and get out and get you guys going.
We appreciate you all.
Yes.
Rodney Young, thank you so
Hey,
much
thank
for
you.
coming
Thanks again,
in.
Rodney.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Take care.
everything
Have a
you
great
do.
On
day.
his way to work this morning at that. It is Indiana in the morning. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. 23 minutes after 6 o'clock. And Boomer Sports coming up on this